Now offered at the Great Race Place. $3 late pick 3 featuring the last 3 races. $5 late double on the last 2 races. Both with a player-friendly 15% takeout. Every race day at Santa Anita Park.
Mic check, 1, 2, troubles in the roar. We hit record and the vibes go warm. One says deep thoughts, the other says no. Now we're arguing if cats can and low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Have the stories it goes in half a mind. We laugh, we cry, we overshare too long. Podcast now every now, just double the crutch. Double trouble live with twice the mess. Double trouble live, no stress. At you for the thrill. Oh yeah, Double Trouble Live.
Well, ho! We are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Friday edition of Double Trouble Live. I am Frank Scattoni, joined as always by my valet, co-host, straight back from being the boots on the ground at the NHC in Las Vegas, Chief Gambling Officer, Ciaran Thornton.
I'm still recovering from a week in Vegas. Let me tell you, I'm not a spring chicken anymore.
Well, that's why when you suggested going, I was like, okay, good, because the last time I went to Vegas, I think it took me a month to recover.
Well, I usually drive, and I just got stuck in traffic for like 8 hours the last time. So this time I flew.
Oh, I didn't know that. You flew.
Every time I fly, the person next to me has the plague, it seems. So, look the butt at me. So, yeah, next time I go to Vegas, I'll be driving again. You know, it's back and forth. It is what it is.
Oh my goodness!
Whiskey
I just assumed you'd hop in the Cybertruck and like handicap the whole time. Have your personal driver take you.
Nothing. Some whiskey won't cure. So.
Well, that's true. That is true. Well, you know, we wanted to go on a little early. Race 5 at Santa Anita is coming up, and then we'll get serious for the late pick 3, and we'll talk about what we're live in the All Turf. But you want to do a little recap about the NHC, about your time there, about doing the show live, in the the Horseshoe, wherever it was.
Oh, the dump shoe. Yes, that place, that contest should be at South Point, but it'll always be in that dump of the casino.
No. That would be something nice for horse players. That's crazy talk.
It was actually interesting this year because like the last several years I've been deep in the contest, and I could not imagine handicapping and doing the show, at the same time. It was a different perspective. I'm actually glad I did it because, when you get deep into the contest world, sometimes you need a different perspective. And I actually came away with how I'm going to play it when I'm in next year. So that was the positive I took away from. Other than, we had some great guests on. We had last few years, people don't realize that we usually all sit around the same tables with, Dylan and Steve-O and whatnot. And
right.
We got Dylan on right after, he won the NHC. We even got the exclusive of the winning ticket with Crazy Cavalier.
Do we still have that in the studio? I'm going to show that. This was the win place mythical wager that Dylan played in the last race of the contest, which was race 5 at Santa Anita. And this ticket, you think it's not worth the paper it's printed on, but this ticket ended up being worth $825,000. Look at that right there.
The OG ticket, the one he's like, hey, you want to see the ticket while we were live? And I was like, absolutely. I'm going to take a picture of that. That was pretty cool. And we both had that horse. And, of course, we got snaked in the nightcap for a huge payout. My word, Frank, the payouts in the pick 3s are just phenomenal. They're so good. even TVG, Christine Blacker's talking about how big. I'm quoting Frank. It's the end of the world when they're quoting Frank.
People have lost their minds when they're quoting me on TV.
But it's just like, since we started doing the show back at Del Mar, at the end of the show, the first thing we did to prove to everyone that it's the best bet in racing was the win parlay. And they even mentioned that on TVG, just how much more you're getting. And not just the low takeout juices it even more, but just the win parlay, fantastic bet. What's funny is on Saturday, Frank, I said, I think we're going to hit $500,000 before the end of the meet, if not then at Del Mar. And then the next day, 403,000. Right?
I know, that was amazing. You said we have to set a goal. We have to hit 500,000 in either the late pick 3 pool or the late double pool by the end of Del Mar season. And then all of a sudden, Quigley's tweeting out at the end of the day, and Tyler actually came on the show and said it. $408,000 bet into the late pick 3 pool, the largest handle ever in the pick 3 pool at Santa Anita Park. And that's like going back to 1936, maybe even earlier.
It is the best bet in racing, and it's player friendly, and the $3 price and the low takeout. If you're not playing it, especially with these payouts, I don't know why are you even gambling on horses?
Exactly. We don't. That's on you. There's nothing else, Ciaran. There's nothing else we can do to convince. If you heard about a show and you know who we are and you know what these bets are and you're still not playing them, there's nothing we can do to convince you otherwise at this point. Because I feel like we've been shouting it from the rafters for months now, and then you have Christina Blacker on TV talking about how great these bets are, and they're going to give it a little push. Curtis Calloward on FanDuel also mentioned.
They're loading now, Frank. They're loading now, Frank. When we come back, I've got another comment about that when we get back.
Okay, yeah. So hold that thought. We're going to take a little break for race 5 and come back, have a little bit more fun, and then start getting serious for the all-turf. We'll be back after the race. Good luck, everybody. You're on mute, buddy.
You had to go mute.
Okay. So first of all, on Sunday, the devastating beat with that 9-horse Rosa Parks, trained by a guy Phil D'Amato. Do you think maybe he could train some of our horses that we bet on to get to the wire for us first? Because we got beat right on the line with his Rosa Parks, and we had that 2-horse, the Pipey horse, who ran a winning race and cost us stacks.
You were getting paid on the pick 3. I was getting paid on the all turf. It couldn't have been better. We were going to hit both. We looked like winners right up to the finish line. And one of my suits one of the sayings I have underneath the lapel is "stick your tongue out." So we're launching our own training school, Frank. We're gonna end this. Here you go.
After our brutal loss on the finish line on Sunday, we have decided to open the DTL training school. Never again will we lose by a tongue. We have work to do. First step, conditioning. Second step, practice. Third step, victory.
Yeah. So we just need our horses to do that, Frank, and we'll have stacks of money right in front of us. I mean,
did you hire Gene Simmons to teach the horse how to do that? You know, famous kiss tongue.
I mean, I was mad, but I was not shocked, because the reason I have that saying, and if you see me after having a few at the track screaming at horses, you'll know it's me when you hear me scream and stick your tongue out, because the amount of races I've lost over the years by that is, I think the biggest one was for $156,000 at Del Mar and at Pick 5 one time. But yeah.
And if only the horse stuck his tongue out, you would have won.
Stuck the tongue out, we would have won that race. I mean,
before we hopped off for the race 5, you said you had another thought about what we were talking about, the NHC and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to a lot of, the guys who run the tracks out there. I like talking basketball with Jim Goodman, Keelan. And,
yeah, of course.
Talking about the low takeout bets and when they were gonna, bring theirs. And he was like, it's crazy. I know you guys are doing all that out on the West Coast. He's like, I bet you if I walked around this room where there's 1,000 people, 60 or 70% of them wouldn't even know about the low takeout bets. Yeah. And he was saying that from experience, which is still shocking to me. And he was like, the East Coast gamblers still have no idea.
Yeah, they have tunnel vision, and it's not their fault because no one else is marketing the bet besides us.
Yeah. I mean, it's just remarkable.
Do we have to take a billboard out in subway stations in New York or at Aqueduct?
Maybe.
That way we look pretty good. Our logo would look pretty good on a billboard, huh? Can you imagine driving on the Bell Parkway and seeing our ugly mugs?
Yeah, there'd be lots of paint cans thrown at those pictures.
Banksy would fly to New York just to graffiti us. So real quick, because I know we got to get serious, I'd like to run through the comments, and I want to start with this because this is very important. I know Terry has been working hard to get an update on jockey Serafin Carmona, who was injured and is still in the hospital, by the way. She's been texting with Sophia Brandella, his girlfriend, who's been by his side the whole time. So we don't have an update at the moment. We just know that he's in the hospital. But here is his GoFundMe account. And for those who may not remember Serafin Carmona, he was out here on the West Coast doing really well. Ciaran and I liked him as an under-the-radar kind of jockey, works hard. But his claim to fame, and Ciaran's, he always says, I'm never going to let him live this down. Opening day at Del Mar, Ciaran crushes a 28-1 shot. Ribbons, trained by Leonard Powell and ridden by Mirko DeMuro. Ciaran was the first guy to have Mirko DeMuro a winner. So he's bragging about that. And then I come back a week or two later, and I give out.
It was the same week. It was the same week.
Same week. Okay.
And I had a specially made. I had a T-shirt made that had 28-1 on it.
That's right. You were gonna wear it.
And I was gonna wear it on the Thursday show, and I was like, let me save it for Friday. And then Thursday is when he hit the bomb, that 57-1 on
Baltic
Thursday.
Fire. 57-1. Simon Callahan, ridden by Serafin Carmona. So when I ran into him, Terry and I ran into him and Sophia after the PDJF Jockey Karaoke Fun. He was so kind enough to make this little video. I love it so much. I'm going to play it again. We played it on the show before, but this goes out to you, Serafin. Hey, Ciaran. I'm here with Serafin Carmona. Remember Baltic Fire, 55-1? This is the man right here.
$116.
Mic drop. His taunting laugh at you at the end is what makes the whole video.
Well, that's because they were all off for a night. If you hang with the jockeys, all it takes is a sniff of a light beer, and they're drunk. So.
Hey, that's how I used to be until I started hanging out with you. Now I can drink a whole bottle of Jim Beam and not even sweat. So anyway, that's that. Please check it out. Anything you guys can do to help, every little bit counts, even if it's just spreading the word. Hey, Stephen D, my man, always in the chat. Thank you so much. Scurvy Tooth, what's up, everyone? How about this? We are big in Venezuela, so I want to congratulate Venezuela for beating the U.S. in the World Baseball Championship. What a team. What a run. Congratulations to Venezuela. Jaramillo. And thank you for watching, everyone. Here, I think there's a new person here. Hung Ku. Hi back. How about this real quick? Tony, thank you for joining us. How about flight? Yeah, how much did your flight cost to Vegas?
I ended up, part of the reason too I flew was because I had some canceled vouchers from Southwest from a year ago that were expiring. So I was like, I think it ended up costing me $400. Yeah, it's the last time I'll fly Southwest, that's for sure.
All right, well, and then here, this is perfect segue, leads us right into getting serious now. Thank you, Charlie. Always appreciate you putting your picks out. This is your $3 late pick 3, which we're going to start talking about now. But Ciaran, we had a little bit of an anomaly today. The all-turf started in race 1. Are you alive? Because I am.
I'm alive, yes.
Yeah, and this is the pay leg. So the pay leg of the all-turf is actually also the beginning of the late pick 3. So this is such a significant race on so many levels. You want to tell us what you're doing?
I'm alive to, I was trying to see what the will pays are, but I'm alive right now to 176. So actually, I just found the will pays here. So on the all, what are you alive to, Frank?
I gotta see. I think I'm alive to like 4 horses. What were the numbers? Where's my
so the lowest pay right now is the 3 at 177.90, Frank. Next highest is the 7 at 178.50. Then we go to the 9 at 211, the 1 at 292, the 4 at 312, and then it starts getting crazy. So I'm alive to the 1 for 292, and the 6. Oh, actually, I'm alive to the 6. 6 is paying. Here we go. I know what I'm cheering for. 6 is paying 942, Frank, and the 7 is paying 178. So.
All right, I'm 1247. So we're the same on the 1 and the 7. You have the 6, but I have the 2 and the 4. That
Correct.
You don't.
Yep. And your 2 is paying 749.
Well, I guess we should take a look at this race here.
Yeah. So we're race 6, right?
Yeah. Oh, you know the 9 got in here on Tiger Han, the Peter Miller horse, who I didn't use because Peter Miller's been ice cold. This would be the race he wins.
I don't think so. But, I mean, it is a good horse. Let me see what I wrote about that one.
Yeah, but how many times do we see these AEs sneak in and win? And, you know, Peter Miller's been ice cold, but the only time he does win is in turf sprints.
Well, I actually made the number 1 my top pick here, Frank. Yogi Boy. Barrios for Pipey. Reclaimed after losing last August. And the last 2 races on dirt. So I don't mind, you know, the jockey who won last year could be the key. And I also want Barrios to heat up for tomorrow. So I made the 1 my top pick. My second choice was, you know, Giraud for Papa. They're on fire, 32%. You know, the second off the layoff angle, which is great. But my sneaky one in here was Commander with Victor riding. He's got a couple of rides today. Drops in class, sharp works, third off the layoff. I thought we would not get the 12-1, and I thought the horse will probably be 9-2, but still value. So I mean, I thought that was the sneaky one in here, the 6.
Wow. Well, yeah, you might want to bet that horse to win, because if you think the horse should be 9-2, get on the board 14-1, and I happen to agree with the public. I mean, I think this horse could easily finish 2nd or 3rd, but you have to go back a long time before this horse won. But to your point, what have we said about Espinoza? You know, he's like semi-retired, but he's still riding very selective mounts. And if you look at his stats, I mean, he is choosing wisely. He's doing really well with the limited mounts he's had.
when
So
they
is it-
when they make the call, it's not like we just want your name on it. It's you have a really good chance here, Victor.
You have a live mount, yeah. So my question to you is, would you still have liked the horse if Belmont was still riding? Or did Espinosa, is that the main reason why you wanted to use him?
Espinosa was the main reason. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I see it. I see it. This horse is, look, how can you say anything negative about? He's a 9-year-old. He's earned $345,000. He's raced 45 times. He's still running competitive races. I mean, this is the bread and butter, the backbone of our sport. No offense, Bob Baffert, but the news is he took half his barn to Kentucky.
That's
A
great.
lot of people.
I posted some. I think you did too yesterday. It was another one of those. If you got your bingo card, the end of California racing, Baffert leaves, and I'm thinking, wow, these people really just bash California racing and don't understand the money and the angles behind it. Because I've been standing around with trainers and owners, at Del Mar, and heard many of them say, "How come your horse wasn't in here? Why would I? Why would I race against this, Baffert monster?" I could see some of these stakes races that people are complaining about that only have 4 and 5 horses and 3 of them are Bafferts.
Yeah.
Actually have 6, 7, maybe 8 entries because trainers and owners are going to put the horses in now versus tossing them to the wind.
Yeah, you might have a nice 2-year-old that you paid decent money for, but 9 times out of 10 that maiden special weight race is going to be filled with at least 2 Bafferts, both of whom cost $1 million or more. So it's an economic deterrent to bring a knife to a gunfight. When you're spending that kind of money. Here's the start of your late pick 3. It looks like you're just. Oh no, you do have one ticket with the 3. Because I was saying in your all-turf pick 3, you're all about the 167, and I was going to say you're all about it here too. But you do have a backup ticket with the 3.
And I had to pivot a little because in the last race, I was all about the 9-4, as my backup. So I ended up spending a little bit more. But that last race, if you told me I could only bet one horse in that last race, it would be the number 9 Bitter Truth, the Harrow horse. So I really wanted to single the 9 on my tickets. And you'll see I do have it on one of the tickets there.
Yeah.
And I kind of spread a little bit as well. But
Before we talk about those next 2 races, I want to ask a question about the 3 horse in here. I didn't know what to do with this horse. Horses like this drive me nuts. Major class drop, but coming off a year-plus layoff.
yeah.
Ciaran has been hot, but he usually puts up JJ with his live mounts, right? So I ended up not using the horse more, but this horse could either win by 10 or stop at, at Clocker's Corner to take a break before getting an Uber home.
You said exactly what my notes were. Afraid for Ciaran, first start since December 24, and 3-1 favorite on the morning line. And I went, yes, this trainer's on fire, but defensive use only, I think. And that's why it's on a backup ticket. My backup ticket actually was 3-8, but the 8 scratched, so it ended up just being the 3 by itself.
Okay, so let's talk about the middle leg because we have some time. And we could also, look at some. I'm going to pull up some double probables, see if we have any clues.
Actually, we can look
while you tell us what you're doing in the middle leg.
Well, you want to look at the wheel pace right now before we get out of here on the doubles?
Well, the probables. So right now the favorite combo is the 7 here to the 7 in the next, $13. That's the 7 is the favorite in the next leg in the double pool, and that doesn't surprise me.
No, that's the. If you force me to single, that would be the horse in there. Uncle Chili, one last out, not risk, top contender. Mullins, when he wins, he places his horses very well for the next.
They win right back. There's some crazy stat. Let me look real quick here. I'm sorry to interrupt, but in DRF Formulator, their stat when Mullins won his last start, this is going to blow your mind. He's come back with the winning horse 59 times, 42% back-to-back wins. I mean, that's astounding. So when they get good, they stay good.
Mm-hmm. And it's also him placing them in right spots as well, like not taking
that's true.
crazy flyers. We're going to race in a grade 1 or a grade 2.
Right, exactly. All right, so you have the 7, and the 5, and then you have a spread with the 7, 5, 2, 3, 8. So who's the 5?
Tiger in my tank. How do we not use the Lee horse? You know, he's 4 of 8. When Frey's on, they're 4 of 8. And, you know, we talk about it a lot. You know, we made some money with Lee this past weekend, and I could not turn up that. I made it my second choice in the race, actually. I went in order. My preferences were 7, 5, 2, 3, 8 in that next leg.
All right. Well, when I was looking at that horse and writing my analysis, I had you in my head talking about Lee, and then we talked to Steve-O about Lee because when Steve and his dad had a bunch of horses out here, they were one of the first to like give good horses to Lee so he could prove to himself just how good of a trainer he is. I ended up not using that horse. Sorry, clear my throat. Only because I thought he would get into a speed duel with the rail horse, and I thought they would cancel each other out. I think either one of them could absolutely win, but I felt that the pace was going to be fast enough that it would set it up for Uncle Chili. And then I also have the 3 and the 8 and the 9 in various combinations. So if your 5 wins, I'm skunked. And if one of mine wins that you don't have, you're skunked. So let me put mine up real quick because you already mentioned that you love the 9 in the last. I like the 9 too, but I like the 5 just a little bit better. But both of them are on my tickets, all of my tickets. So
I did not even use in the last leg that 5. What, West Fresno? Is that your 5 in the last leg?
yeah, that's me, 5, 9, and you in the last leg have. I know you wanted to single the 9 on some tickets, but you also have the 3 and the 6 that I don't have.
My notes for that 5 in the last West Fresno, Aguilar for Bondi adds blinkers. Trainer is 1 of 23 when he adds blinkers, dropping multiple classes. But I mean, I get it. You know, when some of these horses drop big
Ciaran,
time, how do you?
I think Mark Gelding could win that race. I mean, Calbred 12-5 maiden claimers, fillies. I mean, these are not very fast horses, so I'm terrified of that race actually. But you know what? We'll have the double. You know, we'll see how it shakes out this race. And, you know, I could play an Uncle Chili in double with some of those horses that you like. You know what I mean?
I'm actually so the 9 is now the favorite, and I was just looking at the wheel pace, Frank, into this race. The 9 on the double is paying 17. Second choice was the 7.
Yeah, I knew it.
60. Third choice was the 1, the 10-1 morning line at 24.80. And if we look at the pick 3, the 3 was the favorite at $25. The second choice was the 7 at 36. The third choice is the 9 at 38. So there was some changes on the double that we usually don't see between the pick 3 and a pretty big change.
Yeah, and look, I mean, the 9, when I did the scratches this morning, I saw that the 9 got in, and I said, I know exactly what's going to happen. Peter Miller hasn't won a race maybe since last year, and that's not a joke. Like, I think he has 2 wins all meet. They probably came opening weekend. And this horse is going to get in on the A list, and I'm not going to use the horse, and that horse is probably going to win. And then the other horse we talked about, the 3, Mutabda, who I just didn't know what to do with. You know, that horse is taking money like the horse is live. You know? So, tricky race. But I'm going to be stubborn. I absolutely could come back here on and play a 3-9. I could start a pick 3 with the 3 and the 9 here and just maybe single Uncle Chili and then my 5-9. Actually, you know what? I am going to do that. I'm going to do this is why we pivot, right? This is why we do a live gambling show here.
I was looking at the probables right now. So the 9 to the 7 is $23, and the 9 to the 8 is $49. The 7 to the 7 is $12. So I don't know. The betting is very bizarre with the will pays on the double into this 9, Frank, but everyone's betting the 7 into the next leg. So this is a weird scenario we're seeing here. Even
interesting. Well, you know, we'll see where the savvy money ends up, but I'm here. I'm going to post this. I'm doing a pivot, guys. This is like a saver. This is like Frank does not want to lose in the first leg kind of situation, because I really don't. I don't like the 9 and I don't like the 3, but these are just the kind of horses who could win and knock me out, because, you know, they figure, yeah, they fit and whatever, but like they're so uninspiring and they have so many question marks. But that's my pivot.
I don't know if Hara couldn't win on this horse, and I mean, I know there's a couple of sharp works. Giroux was actually 0 for 4 for Miller, you know, and what's crazy is, and we talked about it when he came out here, whenever he used to come out here, the reason a lot of people didn't look at him closely is because he would ride a lot of Miller's crap horses when Miller was cold. And
right, when he was ice cold, yeah.
Still getting on Miller horses that are cold, so that's why I was okay tossing it.
All right, well, we have a couple of minutes, and we'll visit the tote action just real quick. So here, Jeff wanted to stick up for some East Coasters because we were talking about how the word still hasn't gotten to the East Coast about the low takeout wagers. Well, my man Jeff right here, shout out to Holy Cross. He's on the East Coast. Not all of them, Ciaran. He is an East Coaster, and he is a proud member of the DTL Crew. Happy Friday, DTL Crew. Texas Terry, executive producer. She can't go to the trolley station without getting mobbed by paparazzi. How about this? Hong Kong Fooey, Mike Whalen. Oh, RDW, you're back. Nice to see you. He's got a play, Ciaran. Alive after 3 oh, he's in the coast to coast. How about that? That's a pretty good bet that we don't really talk about that much. But it would take a lot of work for us to train ourselves how to be reliable handicappers at Gulfstream.
Yeah, because my mindset is I'm playing in tournaments, I'm looking for big prices, you know, and that's same at Tampa, so it's very hard for me to go in. I mean, it makes no sense, but, you know, when I see those kinds of tracks, I'm handicapping them because I'm playing in the contest. Simple. Yeah,
in Gulfstream, they have the Tapeta artificial, so that screws everything up. Real quick, Ciaran, our man SC3P is still stinging from the photo. Yes, we all are. Steve D'Amico, good luck. Thank you. Good luck to you as well. All right. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Well, 4 minutes still. Let's see what the computers are going to end up doing here.
The computers are still, I mean, not a whole lot of change, but the favorite combo is 7 to 7 at $14.
Yeah, and you probably mentioned this earlier when I was pivoting and distracted. In the will pays in this leg, the AE, the 9 horse, is the favorite in the double. And then the 3 is the second choice. And those are 2 horses that I didn't have but ended up including. Ciaran, you're not going to use the 9 for a penny? No saver bet here with the 9?
Yep.
Even though you have a single in the last?
Yep.
All right, I like it. I like the conviction.
If Miller beats me on the turf, Miller beats me on the turf. If he beats me on the turf another time, then I'll start looking at his horses. It's just the same as I'm auto-tossing Mathis horses until they make me pay as well, you know? It's the only way I can make tickets cheaper and put, like, prices in, and then when you get punished, then you modify.
Right, you come back in the double or something. So Scurvy Tooth wants to know about the 1 in the middle leg, race 7, Jaguar John. I already commented on Jaguar John. I think the horse could win, good enough to win, but I think that horse and Ciaran's Lee horse are going to cancel each other out. And Ciaran made a good point. Andy Mathis, as good as he is and how we like to bet him, he's a great trainer. He is cold.
That could be the danger horse because the only winner Mathis has, Frank, is this one.
You know what? You're right. And I was going to say it might be the Belmont's only winner, but no, he's got 2 other wins.
And the horse is 3 of 5 at Santa Anita, but I got to tell you, we've live talked a few races over the last few shows, and his horses just look great on paper and fade in the stretch over and over. The same, you know what I mean? Fade. So
yeah, we've backed several of his horses. To Ciaran's point, they look great on paper, and you know it's not that they just lost. You know, horses lose races, but they weren't even a threat. Like they never looked like a winner. Like never picked up their feet. So we actually decided to auto toss him like 2 shows ago, and it's worked so far. But yeah, you're right, Ciaran. This horse likes Santa Anita. Mathis's only winner. Horse is classy. Has good races at this level. But again, my point is, from a race shape perspective, I think Jaguar John and Ciaran's Tiger in My Tank are going to cancel each other out. And if I had to pick one of those two, I would go with the 5. The hot trainer and a better post.
The sneaky money in here is my price horse, number 1, Yogi Bear, 10-1 morning line, 7-2 right now. And
I have that horse as well. That horse, I thought it was a bad morning line actually, right? I don't know why that horse was so high.
He took the horse back. It's not getting played, but first off the claim, Pipey, he grabs him. He does really well.
That is a good morning line, because why is anyone betting this horse?
Well,
you and I found some sneaky things to back the horse, but why is the public on this horse?
Because
10,000.
Pipey claimed him back, and the last time this horse won was him. And Barrios rode this horse last year during the summer, lost by 1 1/4, lost by a neck, lost by 1 3/4, lost by a neck, all at 6 furlongs on turf, and now Barrios gets the callback. So,
I said almost exactly the same thing. I said Yogi Boy's sneaky for 2 reasons. Pipey reclaimed the horse, brings him back up in class, and then the second reason, he puts Barrios up. Just like those are just basic, facts to put us on a horse. But I am surprised the horse is taking as much money as he is. He's getting bet heavy.
Yeah, and it's like 12,000 on the win, 3K to show, 15 or 3K to place. The money going in is going in to win. They're like, it's going to win.
Here, I think RDW is talking about this horse. Good works after the claim as well, and that's for number 1 Yogi Boy that we're talking about. I think, unless you're talking about Jaguar John in the next, I'm not sure.
No, Yogi Boy.
It is Yogi. Okay. All right. Well, they're approaching the gate. So right now on the tote, Tiger Han is the favorite, 2-1. Hacking it up. Yeah, 7-2. I think hacking. If I had to just pick one horse in the race, Ciaran, it would be the 7. Pop has been on fire. The horse has speed, good post.
I thought that was the horse, but again, the 3's also gotten a little bit of late money here as well. The freight horse.
All right, Ciaran. Well, they're getting in the gate. Let's get out. Let's hope we hit the all turf and are alive into the next. Good luck, everybody. Did you teach Hacking Up how to stick his tongue out?
I did, and then I had to grab my lucky horseshoe, my Gold Phoenix Eddie Reed. He won the Eddie Reed on it. I was like, come on, come on.
Ooh, I was gifted a Brando the Bartender horseshoe, so that those are really good lucks from really good horses.
Oh, they still have the mud in it, like right after the race. These are like the winning shoes.
Are you going to use that for the St. Patrick's Day toss?
No.
Ciaran, how about Papa? We talked about Peter Miller being cold. When Peter Miller's hot, Tiger Hahn gets on even terms with Hacking It Up and puts him away. He idled. He did not. I mean,
Nope.
What? Papa is going. Guy's going great. He saved just enough for that horse. That horse looked like the 9 and the 3 were going to inhale him, and he still had a lot left. So that's great. So we hit everything, right? Here's your alt turf.
I mean, I would have rather. I'll take the win. I would have rather Sunday's $2,500, but we'll take the whatever 178. I think is what I said.
Yeah, I mean, you take what they give you. So there's that, right, Ciaran? That's the winner, the first one there. I think it was 2 and 4 in the first leg. I forget what you said. They're coming back, but a win is a win.
178.50.
How much?
178.50.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. And that's the late pick 3. Here's my all turf. So that first one is a winner. I think the second one is too, right? I came back. Let me see. What was the combo? Oh no, wait, maybe not.
No, I think it's just
it all blurs together, man. Oh yeah. So it's 2, 6, 1. So that first ticket, 2, 6. No, that's 2, 6, 7, right?
Yeah, 2, 6.
Yeah, that's a winner. The first one, 2, 6. Okay, no, I only have it once, but still, that's fine. And then to start, I think I'm alive on the first single. Yeah, alive on the second, alive on the third. I'm alive on 3 of my 4 tickets, and Ciaran, 7, 7. You're alive on all 3 of yours, right?
No. 2 tickets.
Oh, right. Sorry. The second, yeah. The middle one is out, but 2 of them. All right. Well, let's see what we got here.
And it's funny, if you make fun of my thing where I go $54, which is my highest price ticket, is my tight one. That was me. It was my tighter one. It was originally $36, but I had to change it because I only had 9-4. I had 9-4 in my last leg and the 4 scratched. So then I was putting 9-3, and I was like, well, the fact that the 4 went out, I kind of like the 3 and the 6 the same, so I had to toss them both in. So the ticket ended up going up a little bit more. And then I obviously had to keep my spread ticket with, my conviction of the 9. So that's why I structured the way. Ignore the tight language. That was there before I modified the bet this morning.
Well, there were also some scratches. Like there was a horse I wanted to beat with both fists today. That Sadler horse, Central Dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wanted to beat that horse so bad, but I'm not going to pull a Ciaran and talk for 10 minutes about a scratched horse, but that would have been nice to try and beat. So you're alive. The 5, 7, 2, 3, 8 keep you alive in this middle leg coming up, which we'll talk about. And then I have 7, 3, again with the 7. So 7, 3, 8, 9 for me. 7. So we have some of the same horses. You don't have my 9. I don't have your 2 or your 5. Okay. Let's see what the DTL crew did. We're getting some kudos here. How about this? Very good price on the 7 at 4-1. Couldn't agree more. I mean, we both said that was the top pick in the race.
Well, here, you were making fun of me there. Here. So number 5, Gallon de Bezos, 15-1, is a 7-year-old who's seeking the right level after 2 failures against Calbred, blah, blah, blah. I like that he's versatile sword who can win on any surface, but his best work has come shorter against weaker foes. So that's like a half a novel. Grade X. My write-up, number 5, Gallon de Bezos. Nope.
Hey, we both got to the same destination. We just took 2 different paths.
Nope. Next.
And it should be the opposite. You're Irish. You have the gift of gab. You're a gob bleep, as
You
they
don't
would
waste
say.
your time on stuff that's going to beat you, and even if it does, I'm never going to have that horse.
Hell no. You know
Yeah,
what?
let's see if we will pace.
I think that horse has a little bit of ability. And I think it's more important to give a good case for why you don't like the horse, right? I don't need to write a novel on a 4 to 5 shot. Everyone knows why the 4 to 5 shot is wide. But if I'm Xing a horse, I need to convince my audience why.
I
Because
think my guys know that if I say nope, if it wins, we wouldn't even have it if I wrote a novel on it.
okay,
Here,
fair enough.
Will Pace-
That's the difference between my audience and your audience. You have illustrated 6 secrets of books for illustrated or illiterate adults, and I have, I got this version right here.
Are you ready for the Will Pace here, Frank? Or are you going to keep?
Well, I want to just let me finish this. Charlie was 7-1 because this is important. SC3P pivoted to the 7, so that's why we do the show. That's why we all contribute here. Okay, now you can go. I'm going to put the results in the chat for our Venezuelan friends, and you can talk all you want.
All right. Will Pace, double. Number 7 took the money, $22.60. Next highest is the 8 at 55. Then the 194, the 5 at 101, and the 9 at 116, and then it starts jumping up.
Okay, and what's going on in the win pool here?
In the pick 3, Frank,
Okay.
the 7, $41. The 8 did take a little bit of money, 47 on the pick 3. Then we jump up to the 5 again. Took horse has taken sneaky money on both the double and the pick 3s, Frank.
Which one?
It's paying 75% more, but that's taking money where you're actually getting value at this 11-1 if it stayed like this, is what I'm saying.
Which horse are you talking about?
The Lee horse, Tiger might take 5. It got some play on the double and has gotten some play on the pick 3 as well. On the pick 3, it's the 3rd choice. On the double,
Wow.
it is the 4th choice.
Very interesting. Wow, that's pretty good because it looks like, look at Uncle Chili. They're on the win pool here. Uncle Chili's 7-5. So the fact that the Lee horse took that sneaky money against the 7-5 shot in the multis is that's a good little market signal there. I still think the race shape does not benefit the horse. So if the horse wins, the horse will have to absolutely be the best because it's not going to be easy.
The early money, the barn money did come in for the win. It was like, boom, $2,000. And when Lee's guys bet the horse, we got a nice price on Friday when we got that double. Remember, Frank, on the Lee horse?
Oh, that was unbelievable. Hey, brother. And that was a mandatory race in the NHC. And when Steve-O was on the show, we were talking about Lee, and he's like, I texted Lee. I said, I really like your horse. And Lee said, so do I. And Steve goes, that's enough for me. It's 6-1 morning line, but got bet down 3.
It was more than that. Usually, I've been around because, a couple of NHC ago, Frank, it was a Sunday card where everyone had gotten knocked out of the tournament. We were Sunday afternoon. Lee won 3 races that Sunday, and he had told everyone, the horses are live. On Friday, he didn't just tell Steve he liked the horse. He said, the horse is going to win. And Steve was like, Lee doesn't usually say that.
Yeah. Dude, we did not plan this. We were organically talking about Lee and Steve and the show, and look who pops up in the chat. For those who didn't see our NHC show, Steve was at the tournament at the NHC sitting with Dylan Donnelly and Rich Nilsson and some other really sharp people. And
there's more to that story too, Frank.
Huh?
The last 5 years, I've sat at the table with Steve-O, and this year we roll in, and we're like, where's our table? He ditched us and went and sat with Dylan this year.
Well, can you blame him? I mean,
We're like, yeah,
I mean,
yesterday's news.
he leveled up, dude. I don't blame the guy.
Yesterday's
Um,
news.
but we had a really good conversation, and Steve, just want to say thank you so much for joining us that day, and good luck with everything, your show, your horses. We're gonna have Steve on our show at some point, right, Ciaran? I mean, I think it'll be fun because he also has a show. He does great work, especially at Oaklawn Park, like really good stuff. We might go against him and his buddy Justin 1 week at Santa Anita, and then we'll go and do 1 weekend at Oaklawn Park to kind of do a home and away fixture. But yeah, Steve, great seeing you, and thanks for all your contributions. You're over your NHC hangover. See, Ciaran doesn't get hangovers because he never stops drinking. It's like that's the secret cure to hangovers, right? Just don't
If I ever
stop.
stop drinking, I'll age like 20 years. I think the alcohol just preserves me.
Yeah, you're like formaldehyde. Scurvy 2 Sunday show was awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, hold on. The one more comments keep coming, and then we'll get down to BSN. Oh, here's Steve-O again. Not enough qualifiers for the Simonovich table. We'll be back next year, Ciaran. Okay. I like it. Steve, Ciaran was talking about the NHC and how he, wasn't very active in tournaments this year. But when he was talking about it, he said, and I picked up on this, he didn't say if I qualify next year or maybe I'll qualify. He said when I qualify and I'm there next year. Like it's like written in stone. So he already called his shot like Babe Ruth.
Now be back, but I mean, has everyone seen what our guy got up to here? We had a big ticket on the show, Frank, right?
The winning 825K ticket. All right, time to cash this in. Hey, I'd like to cash this ticket. Yeah, it's a winner. I'd like to cash this in.
You cannot cash in a giant photocopy of a ticket, you fool. I am calling security.
Whoa, hold on. Go. Get down now.
Hey, get off!
You're under arrest.
Guys, please, I know Tom Quick. Let me go. I was just fooling around.
It's unbelievable, huh? Dropping names. What a clown. Oh, Frank's muted. Bingo.
We have to have a disciplinary meeting with him. He cannot be dropping Tom Quigley's name around willy-nilly. He has not earned Tom Quigley name-dropping privileges to get him out of a jam. Well, how about this? This was the graphic for the start of the show.
Oh, yeah.
What's he playing at here?
This right here.
Oh my! Gelding! Woo! Yes! This is life-changing. Thank you so much. R8 and Frank, thank you for teaching me nothing I know about horses. Dylan, nice try, dude, but I am the king. Hey! What the f*** out? Get off me! Mark Gelding signing off. Back to you two clowns in the studio.
Yeah. What can I
Where'd
say?
you find this guy? Can we hire his brother?
He works for beer. What can I say? We don't have much of a budget. We don't get paid anything. Our sponsors.
Right? You get what you pay for.
And then they never reply.
You get what you pay for, and that's what we have. So, all right. Well, we're getting to the late double part of the program here. 13 minutes to post. Should we look at some probables, Ciaran?
Yeah, I'm looking to see. So on the double right now, the lowest payout, Frank, just standing around, is a dominant lowest payout. The 7 to the 9 is paying $42. Everything else is, as of right now, I mean, there's only 35K in the pool. The next highest is...
That's your single, by the way.
Yeah, that's the one I thought was a logical single. The other money, if you would say it, is going into the 7 with the 6 is paying 85, but that's the 8 with the 9 is paying 86. So we usually don't see this much of a disparity, Frank, on these probables. So what I would say is, if you do not believe in the 7 in this race, and you believe in other horses and you like the 9 in the next, it might be worthwhile. If you do not like either horses, the pays are actually really, really good. So if you have reasons not to use the chalk in this race and the chalk in the next, you can get paid very nicely on this double. and I don't think it's going to change much. I mean, the next closest is $40, Frank. I don't think it's going to come down much, even with the extra money coming in.
Well, let's talk about this race because it is also the start of the double, and we do a community ticket, and I might need to pivot because if the 7 does win this race and the 9 wins the last, the pick 3 is not going to pay that much. So I might want to come back and do what you did right here. You have it pressed with the double, $30 double, 7 with the 9. And then you also have the 5 here.
That's my Lee horse with the 9. Yeah, right now.
What's that paying?
The 5 into the 9 is paying 166. That's very nice.
And then what about you have 7 with the 3 and the 6? What are those paying?
7 with the 3 is 109, and 77 with the 6. The 6 is starting to get a little bit of play in the next leg.
You also have the 5. I mean, is there any horse you're not using in this race? I mean, you love the 7, but you're spending money on everybody else.
I love the 7, but I mean, we talk about it a lot. When I was planning out my what I thought the bets could pay, I overloaded on my logical chalky thing, but I thought I could get away with betting $5 and $10 and spreading because I felt the pays would be bigger. You know, if my chalks go down, even $5 is going to pay for my day, is the way I looked at it. And looking at the will pays right now, or the probables, that seems to be the case.
Well, I was talking to our good friend Leo Buchmaners the other day, and he was, we were talking about the show and brainstorming a little bit, and he's going to come on at some point. We'd love to have him. And one of the things that Leo's really good at ticket construction and efficient ticket construction. And, he pointed out there have been a couple of times on the show where either, you didn't bet efficiently or I didn't bet correctly, maybe changing the mindset from just trying to break even into just crush. Like, he's got a lot of thoughts to share with us, and I think that would be cool to have more of that because this is a gambling game, right? It's about the construction.
Many times when we do that, we go, this doesn't seem efficient, but
right.
Also on some of those shows, we were going from that last, we were like, we just need to cash a ticket because we were so many seconds. We were like, we got to do something. I think that was during that period as well where, this ticket doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, I think that's something everyone can improve at, really, right?
Always try to learn something new.
I feel like my wagering strategy and my ticket construction has gotten so much better just by doing the show. I know yours has because you just used to caveman everything. Now you're actually there are some shows where I really, really like your tickets. I don't really like this one, but you could win. You have 238 as well.
But I mean, this was a ticket where, I did 5 bets, but the way I looked at that last race, I thought if I'm incorrect about my 2 horses, the pays are going to be good enough where I'm still going to get paid handsomely, even with $5 and $10 on the spread. So.
Yeah, I understand. You have a method to your madness, Ciaran.
Even the last race, Frank, the favorite wins 23% of the time, and only 13 races though. So it's usually not a big price wins that last race. This race that we're in right now, the favorite win. Prices over 5 to 1 or more, 35%. This current race is a race where chaos tends to happen. It's either the logical favorite wins or it's a crazy horse that wins, which was also part of the reason I did that kind of spready ticket. Because, I've got number 2 Cody Boy, Victor. We talked about how he's an auto upgrade these days, and the horse had the top last race speed. Number 3 Special Club, JJ. Versatile horse. This is a great horse for the way the conditions are at Santa Anita. Turf, dirt, and had trouble last out. I think you're using that 3, right, Frank?
Me?
Special Club in this race?
I have, 7, 3, 8, 9.
And then number 8, Known Idea. Del Cid's riding for Glatt, who's winning everything under the sun. What
do you think of that? Give the kid a little bit of a leg up? What do you think?
Yes, but I did put it's slower than Uncle, but I put it in on the backup ticket because
what do you think about him using Del Cid?
I like that he's Glatt will give jockeys a chance.
Agreed. Yeah, he's really
So-
good about it.
And when Glatt puts a jockey on, more times than not, you'll see them get more looks from other, trainers. So that's a good move for him. His agent probably, hey, give my guy a chance.
Yeah, I mean, he was a leading rider, I think, at Delta Downs, the poor track that got bullied by Twin Spires. So maybe that's why he's like, I'm gonna go to greener pastures. But he has a win, so good for him. And yeah, I like that Glatt's gonna give him a shot, because if he does well here, he'll get more shots, not just from Glatt, but from other trainers.
Correct.
So yeah, I have 7, 3, 8, 9 in different combos. Do you want to talk about a community ticket? Because I feel like we both need, either individually or on the community ticket, we need more action with the 7 here to the. I like the 5 also in the last, the 5 and the 9, because they're not going to pay that great, right? I mean, we're looking at pretty low payouts comparatively.
We got 5 minutes, so let's see. You want to do 7 to the 5 is paying 117.
Well, I'm just gonna put it. I'll put in a community double, just for us. I'm going to do 7 with 5, 9, and then we can talk about another one after I get this in, because I don't want to get shut out here.
7 with 5, 9. So 7 with 5, 116, 46 with the 9. So you're probably going to have to do it, what, 3 times, 4?
I can do it for. Let's just do it for $15 because we're alive to the 9 in our pick 3s if the 7 wins.
Okay.
This is for the community, like a little.
Yeah, so 3 times, if it ends up, it'll probably drop to $40, so you're getting 120. Or with the 5.
But we'll also be alive in our pick 3 as well.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. But I think that's a very likely result. Is there anything else you want to do?
Well,
let me put up the community DTL. Is there anything we would do for like $5 that could pay a lot?
I'm looking, so 7 to 6. My notes in the next race, Frank. Celestial Skies. I was like, why is this horse the morning line favorite? Is what my notes were. I didn't get it.
Wait, hold on. Let me add this banner. So I'm going to put this up. Yeah, we didn't really get to talk much about the last race. It's tricky, but when you don't have that dead race. At first I was complaining about that dead race where we just have to sit and do nothing, but it's actually a very useful time for us. Celestial Skies. Yeah, no.
I didn't get why that was the morning line.
Yeah, my note was Pack Animal. I understand the horse is dropping in from 20 to this level, but this horse ran at this level before and was 11 to 1 and lost at Los Al. Runs the same race every time. I will let that horse beat me.
The other one I had was Daddy Gave It to Me. Just missed that on the Ricky last out. Rode it 2 back. Got a sharp work. But then my notes were, this is one of those morning specials. The horse is the greatest thing since sliced bread in the morning and does nothing in the afternoon. But one of these, we see that a lot, and then finally they win. So, it has a chance if it replicates what it does in the morning.
Yeah, I looked at that horse. I think I wanted to make a case for the horse, but I ultimately decided I liked others better. But I do have the horse as a B. What's that? What's the 7 to the 3 paying?
7 to 3 is paying 121.
Yeah, it's not that great.
No.
I think I would want more for a horse like that. I know for 15 maiden.
Every horse, I can't really make an argument. I'm just about the 9, Frank. I don't care about throwing anything else in on the next leg. So you have us putting your 5 in.
I put the DTL.
I don't feel strongly enough about the 4 or the 6 in the next leg. I use them, defensively, or 3 and 6 defensively on tickets, but I'm all about the 9 in the last leg.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and you're completely against my 5 there. What are your notes? Tell me your notes.
For the 5?
Yeah.
In the last race, that big little kid pick. No, the trainers won for 23 adding blinkers, and that was like, it was just too hard for me to.
Okay.
And I mean, down multiple classes, two of 10. I mean, I get why you liked it. I just didn't see enough reasons, and it's probably going to bite me in the butt. And this is a huge drop. I mean, you're going from maiden claiming 50 to this 12.5.
Exactly.
I look at this kind of move. It's like, yeah, are these nice workouts so they can clear out the barn?
Yeah,
Wasn't reasons for me not to like it. The one I really liked ended up scratching, but that is what it is.
and Bonnie's been a little unlucky. 38 starts, only 2 wins. But, dude, 7 seconds and 10 thirds? That's brutal. So hopefully you can have a little luck here. Yeah, I just think, I mean, it's very simple. I don't love the horse, but speed against better, dropping in class, and adding blinkers. I mean, you know what the plan is, right? Run as fast as you can for as far as you can.
Yeah.
And this horse might not have the stamina to stick around, even at
just
the
looking
low
to see if
level, but the drop
Any
helps.
other horse is taking a huge drop. Well, the 4 scratched, so I was looking to see if there was any others that were taking huge drops for us to maybe we'll get a price on. We got the 7, Little Originaire, the maiden claim, and Miati is 22% when he does this, and he puts, he's notorious for, the works are so slow, as you say, Frank. Sometimes you can't believe them.
Yeah. Too slow to be believed.
And how far is that race? The race is 6 furlongs.
Yeah.
They're in for the weight break at 114. What's the 7 to the 1 pay?
Well, they're in the gates, so we'll
right.
come back. Good luck, everybody. Sorry we ran out of time there, but too much to talk about. That was nice.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Pumpkin pie.
Yep. That
I
horse.
mean, that was never in doubt once that horse leveled out. I mean,
Oh,
what a finishing kick.
Huge kick. Like gobbled up ground.
Yeah, you don't usually see dirt horses. I mean, maybe the race was really slowing down. I got to look at the splits here. Hold on. I mean, the horse wins by, 2 lengths. Easy. Jaguar John ran a really good race. Wasn't expecting that.
No, so Mathis, because I handicapped some of the races because I'm heading up to Santa Anita, tomorrow, Frank. And I like to, even though Mathis is an auto toss, Jaguar ran pretty well. Although as I'm saying that, my counter argument is that's the one horse that did win for him, and it's still
Right.
not that late. So
Yeah, one could argue he should have won.
yeah, his horses are just not firing right now, and barns go through that.
Yeah, there could be a bug back there. Sometimes to change the seasons, whatever, the bug hits the barn and forget it. I mean, there's nothing you can do. You got to ride it out.
So he's got some horses this weekend. I'm probably going to downgrade them even more. Like if I include them on a pick 3 ticket, it might be one of my stupid chaos happens, type of thing.
Right.
First.
Or like we've talked about before, when barns go cold, it's because they might be gearing up for something else. Like right here, Charlie doesn't bet Peter Miller at Santa Anita. If you're going to play him at Del Mar. I haven't paid much attention to Oaklawn. Is he winning down there? Because I know he has a string down there. If anyone knows, let us know. Look at that.
Steve was on. He'd be able to tell us.
Yeah, Nick. I don't know. Nick's probably still recovering from the NHC as well. Or he's in hiding because you big timed him. One of the loyal DTL crew members wanted to come say hi to Ciaran, and Ciaran big timed him.
He didn't come by. I was like,
no, he said he came by, but we were setting up or something, so he just waved, and he said you probably didn't recognize him because he had a hat on and whatever. I said just go up and tap him. Just interrupt him. I don't want to hear him talk anyway.
I don't recognize many people.
Oh my God, my good friend Frank Tate. I love him. I love him to death. But if anyone out there is ever going to commit a crime, have Frank Tate as the witness, because he has facial recognition. He doesn't have the gene for it. He cannot tell people apart. He's like, oh, is that Doug O'Neill? And I'm like, no, not even close. He's like, who is that guy? I know that guy. Oh, I tell him, he goes, oh, no, that's not the guy I was thinking of. Like, he just can't get anything right.
Yeah.
Charlie,
so
537.
I was hanging out at a suite at the Derby a couple of years ago and hitting it off great with a couple of people. It wasn't until later when someone walked up. I'm like, do you even know who you've been hanging out with all day? I was like, no. I was like, well, that was Ray Lewis.
Oh, the football player?
Yeah. I was like, oh, sweet. And then Ian Rappaport, the ESPN dude. I was like, oh, I didn't know.
See, I hope he gave him some winners. Yeah, I know Ray Lewis says the Preakness too. He's always at the Preakness.
Big into horses. Big into horses.
All right, let's see. Race.
So we're official. Oh, let's see where that money went, Frank. You ready for the will pays?
Hold on, let me just put the 715 to the results. 715. Okay.
Whoa. This is very strange, Frank. This can't be right. It's got to adjust. Guess who the favorite is? Am I in the right race?
Well, before you do that, Ciaran, let me just interrupt for a second. Charlie's making a good point here. We are at least a minute behind as the race is over when you say they are getting in the gate. I don't know. How do we fix this? I'm going off my ExpressBet feed. Obviously, there are people out there who have faster feeds than we do. Do we just stop at 1 minute to post and just let it play out? I don't know. Or if there's someone in the chat who, Charlie, if you want to give us a heads up, a 2-minute warning or something. Because, that's no fun if we're still blabbing and, the race is over. But anyway, we'll have to sort that out. But thank you for letting us know, Charlie. Any other glitches, please let us know. Jeff, the FanDuel feed on the computer or on the TV? Because my TV is like 10 minutes behind.
Well, the TV is
terrible.
Actually, I found the fastest feed is on your phone for some reason. The second fastest is on your desktop. TV, the race is already you probably wanted that back in the 20s when they would pass post everything.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, anyway, Ciaran, let's walk us through some.
So the $5 double, the favorite is the 9 at $17. It dropped dramatically, Frank. That was paying 42. It was paying 46 and then 42 going into that, into the cutoff. $17 it's paying right now. Next highest is.
Wait, the double?
Yeah.
to the 9? I got 58.
Oh wait, I had
It went up
78.
actually. It was 45 when we bet it, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna log out and log in because I'm getting weird numbers on my thing.
Okay, I have it up. I'll walk everyone through it while you have it. So I'm looking at the will pays. First, let me look at the tote real quick. The 9 opens up at even money. That was Ciaran's single. We also have the 5 on the community ticket. So in the double will pays from an odds-on horse in the first leg
Oh wow.
to
Okay.
an odds-on horse here, $58. That is
went up.
generous.
It went up $12, Frank. Like
Generous. Yes.
that's great. Holy smokes.
And then the second favorite is the 6 at 93, which I don't get. I mean, if that horse
Still
wins,
don't get it.
if that horse wins, then the horse wins, and I'm completely wrong, and I will live with that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, neither one of us like that horse. Right into the winner's circle, right? The third favorite is the 3 at 150, and then the 2 at 170. No, sorry, you're right. My 5. Then the 3, and then the 2, but they're all kind of close. Well, not really.
Well, let's look at
I mean, it looks like it's the 5, 6, 9 in the double.
the
Not in
pick
that
three
order.
is usually gives us the pick 3, even for 2 chalky McChalks, friend. This $3 pick 3 is paying $207 to the 9.
It's crazy.
Great. Then we've got.
I mean, you could have cold decked this, right? Like if the 9 wins, you could have cold decked it, right? I mean, hacking it up with a single top pick. Uncle Chili could have been a single top pick, and
Correct.
the 9 is your single. So for $3, you could have gotten 207 if it plays out.
Great pays. 6 is 278. Again, I still don't get that. Then we go to the 3. Daddy gave it to me. He's paying 380. Your 5, 401. The 2 at 425, and then we start going up there. Let's look at the pick 4, Frank. The 6 is the favorite, and the pick 4 at 86. But that again might be people correcting their earlier pick 4 bets with the doubles and pick 3s and whatnot.
I don't know. That's that has to be based on people being lazy and just throwing in the morning line favorite.
9 is
Right?
paying 95. Then the 3 on the pick 4 got 128. Then the 5, 164, and the 2 at 172. And curious on the pick 5. Pick 5 again, the 6, 308, Frank. The 9, 357. Then it starts going up. And the pick 6 is paying. The 8 is paying 5 or 6, but on the pick 6, 9 is paying 1,600. Next highest, then it goes to 3,200 for the 6.
Okay.
So a lot of the hedging might be because they've got the pick 6 multiple times.
Yeah, or people just want to have the morning line favorite on their ticket, in the last leg, maybe. But I mean, in the pools that matter, the double and the pick 3, the 9 is a significant favorite over the 6.
And the win money is coming in on the 9. We're at 10,000 to win. 17.
Yeah, the horse is 4 to 5. I did not expect that.
I mean, I think we both. You had it as an A, correct?
Correct. Yes, I
had it as
A's.
And I had it as if I only had one horse single, and I thought the morning line was insane. Maybe the scratch.
Picture 1 was nuts.
But we've seen that happen many times, and we do not. I mean, look at the 6s down on the board, and they got all that money across the pools.
But not in the win pool, 7 to 1.
Yep.
Right? So who's second choice here, actually?
Second choice
3.
is the 3.
Daddy
Yeah,
gave it to me, yeah.
Daddy gave it to me.
Well, let's see who we're alive to here. I think the reason we didn't play those horses in the double is because we had them in the pick 3 already. So let me put your ticket up again, Ciaran. Late pick 3. Nope, that's me. Ciaran's late pick 3. So 7 with 7. So you have 936, right, on that first ticket you're alive
Oh,
to?
look at that. Well, actually, I forgot I did that, Frank. So this is what we talk about on our, handcuffing our bets. I mean, I didn't have this one on my all turf, but it's not an all turf bet, and this was like the hedge back. So I'm actually glad I got some coverage on it
Well, why don't, can we look at, I want to write down your will pays. It looks to me like you are alive to the 3, 6, and 9, but twice to the 9.
On the pick 3, correct?
Yeah. What's the
So-
3 paying?
3 is paying 380.
That's fantastic. 6?
642. Wait, let me go to a different. That OTB that shall not be named is not giving me correct info.
No, 380. I'm looking right now.
Oh, I guess it
No,
is.
the 6 is paying 278.
Only because I thought they're just too high is why I had to look. I don't believe it is what I'm saying.
And you have the 9 twice, right?
Correct.
So that's 207 times 2. Now let me see what I'm alive to. Put mine up. So Ciaran's alive to the 3, 6, and 9. He is looking at payouts of 380, 278, and then 207 times 2 if his horses win. And
When they win, Frank.
when those horses win.
When number 9 wins.
7. I have the 5 and the 9. 7, 7. Oh, I have the 3, 2, 8 as well. Right? 7, 3, 2, 8. 7. Now that one's dead. And that one's dead. So I'm alive to the 5, 9, 3, 2, 8, but only for one time. So I know the 9 is 207. I know the 3 is 380. What's the 2?
2 is on the pick 3, 425.
How about the 5?
401. For the pick 3, right?
Correct.
Yeah, 401.
All right. That's really good. And the 8?
8 is 55.
How much?
Can't be right. We go pick 3. The 8 is
1,000.
1139.
Okay. All right. Well, wow. Those are all really good payouts considering the way the combo shook out. So who's the threat here? Who can screw us?
No one. To the bank. What are you talking about? Pick your negative vibes.
So that's funny. We both have the 3. We both have the 9. I don't have your 6, and you don't have my 2, 5, or 8. But man, we got some serious coverage here. Oh, you did use the chalk, the 6, the morning line chalk. Okay.
I've
I
got
did
a
not
10,
use the 6.
and I was looking, so I've got a $10 double to the 3, 6, and a $30 double to the 9. So the double to the 3 is paying 149. Double to the 6 is 93. And the double to the 9. I mean, I just want the 9. I'll get it multiple times every way to Sunday.
Yeah, the 9
Less than
DTL
that.
ticket.
Huh?
We have the DTL Crew ticket as well, and
Yes.
and it looks. I mean, we haven't done the math. I mean, we'll have to wrap up
3 times.
today for the Chappie show, but $58 seems like a fantastic payout.
It went up. It was 46, 42. I would have thought it would have dropped a lot more versus going up.
So it looks like RDW hit the coast to coast. Congrats! How much did that pay? Thank you, sir. Here, somebody in the community had the pick 3 cold if the 9 can win. Nice. Oh, that's right. 779. I think SC3 Pete did that. How about this, Ciaran? A jockey question. I don't know if you guys have brought this up before. It seems to me that Hector Berrios. That's interesting. I have not noticed that. Ciaran, you're usually more in tune with the jockey trends than I am. I'll look up the stats if you want to speak to his point here.
He's not ridden a whole lot recently. You know what I mean? So he's not gotten a lot. I mean, he's going to start.
Yeah, how many wins today? I'm trying to remember. I mean, it's so hard for me to remember from race to race.
Let me see. I'm trying to see here. He's 19% on the year. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I'm going to some jock statistics here. Let's see. So
All I know is the last race tomorrow, he's going to win.
Well, here, this is interesting. Last 30 days, 2 for 30. This was heading in today. That's terrible. Last 10 days, 0 for 13. Thank you, Bison. That is a good point that we have not acknowledged because you just didn't, it's hard to pick up on these things sometimes. How about this? Pereira also last 10 days, 0 for 16. That's Tiago. Wow.
I mean, we've talked about it on this show. in all the years I've handicapped California racing, Frank, and we've mentioned this a lot of times, I do not remember, and this is going back to the summer at Del Mar, so many trainers and jockeys for a bunch across multiple statistics. I mean, how many times you go, this dude's over. We used to not see that. I mean, when these guys go cold, they go cold.
It's true. And then once you go cold, you don't have the confidence, so you don't get you don't get on live mounts anymore. So you get even colder. RDW hit for 9.5. Good for you, man. That was on the coast to coast. LD, thank you. Go TL ticket. Frank is the man. Ciaran's the man too. We're men. We are the men. Dan H wins. Hey, buddy, you're back.
I just deleted his number from my phone. Anyway.
I got to get a little love sometimes. You know, your fan club is loud and proud. I'm the silent part of the double part.
What is anyone at Santa Anita tomorrow? Because I will be up there. If anyone's around, shoot Frank or myself an email. Come hang out. Maybe we'll do a pop-up show. We'll see. We haven't decided yet.
Yeah. Anyone want to meet Mark Gelding? Come up to Santa Anita. Hey, Dan H, let's go. Let's get the 5 and the 9 home. That would be very, very nice. John Alwell's been staying away from Berrios on the dirt. Very interesting.
Well, bet him tomorrow. He's on Gold Phoenix tomorrow.
Oh, is he? Oh, it's Gold Phoenix racing tomorrow?
Last race.
Oh, wow. Oh, are you going up?
I am going up.
Oh, why didn't you say?
Because
you only said it a million times.
A million times, yes. So.
Berrios, I hope he's good. Last time you said, I hope KK stays hot. We saw how that worked out.
So that's good that this guy's cold. He's going to start heating up. There we go. That's what we want to see.
I mean, what do you think objectively of that race? Obviously, Gold Phoenix can win, but I think Truly Quality has a big shot, and I think Mondego also right back.
We drew perfectly. We won't have any excuses that last race. Gold Phoenix, every win, he's covered up. If he's not covered up, he doesn't want to be outside. He never fires. So we'll be covered up.
Well, he's on the 9 race, right?
Mile and a half, doesn't matter if there's any pace. Covered up, into the stretch, run him down. Simple as that.
So the plan to drop back and go to the rail and just sit way off the pace? He's in the 9 hole, isn't he?
Just take the shortest distance around the track and then hopefully get a horse to cover us up.
And you're not worried that it's a paceless race?
Someone should. I mean, Balakov will probably try and go for it again. But, I mean, it's a mile and a half. You can't really...
Well, yeah, Balakov is now used to be a little red feather. I think Larry was part of that horse, and now is owned by Old Bones, but still trained by D'Amato. I don't understand that.
They were putting it up for auction and hopefully to sell, and then a big fan of the horse, bought the horse, and then kept training. Let's take some shots.
They just kept the horse with D'Amato?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, anyway, here's an interesting point about Berrios. Flogo is taking his mounts. That is interesting. We'll have to really keep – yeah, here, again, Bison said the same thing. Doesn't seem to be getting a lot of mounts either, and that's what you mentioned, Ciaran, as well.
I don't see him on a lot. Someone else mentioned I do see him a lot on dirt, and he's a turf jockey for the most part. Like, that's his bread and butter.
How about this? Our man Andrew Brown doing amazing work covering Hong Kong racing. Definitely follow him on X. Here he is off to the races media. Thanks, Andrew. It's been a minute. We really appreciate you. What's up, fellas? Good luck with GFP tomorrow. Ciaran, when Ice Cold came on the show, he did one better. You have your bespoke suits with stitched phrases under the lapel, gold effing Phoenix and stick your tongue out. Ice Cold shows up at the NHC, sits down at the table to do the show, and he moves up his jacket sleeve and shows his shirt cuff. Beautiful embroidered stitching in bright red lettering. Ice Cold. You got to step up your game, Ciaran. You can't hide it. You got to flaunt it.
I've done that too, and I mean, we got our guy who does that stuff. If you're needing a suit, does exactly that. I did want to do that, but it ends up being too loud. Like you either do it under the lapel, and I like doing it on the lapel, or you do it on the sleeve.
When I go to Marshalls, I can't find the stitching department, so I don't have any embroidered.
Hey, can you take this pair of pants out anymore, sir? This is triple extra large. It will not go out anymore.
When I went to the counter at Goodwill and said, "Can I have this embroidered, please?" She looked at me like I had 10 heads.
They hand him a string and they put loops so he can tie it. That's his guy.
Here's LD. This is to your point, Ciaran. The wife of Old Bones owner loved Balnikoff, husband who was in, but yeah, that's exactly what you said. Well, what do you think of his chances tomorrow? You know that horse very well, Larry. You used to have a piece. I'm curious to see what you think. Always a cool, old, hard-knocking horse. Tries hard every time. And then John wanted to wish you luck tomorrow, Ciaran.
Paycheck horse, that horse. And I think that's, at least there's only 2 fills, that horse and ours. You know, usually there's multiple fill horses.
4 of them. There's an X-fill in there, right? City Exile, I think. Papa claimed him off Phil.
I think the funniest one was one race. It was probably 3 years ago. We were 10-1, and I usually stand next to Phil when the races are going off. And Gold was 10-1, and we smoked his other horse. Like Phil had 3 horses in there, and one of them was the favorite. We won. I remember turning to Phil and go, "Ha! Finally, I'm on the other Phil."
The other Phil, yeah. Oh, how about this? LD's got a great little skit we could do. Ciaran needs to play ZZ Top Sharp Dressed Man with Gold Phoenix in the winner's circle. Every girl's crazy about it.
I'm not wearing the suit tomorrow because it's like being on the face of the sun in California right now. So I don't want to blind people, so I won't be wearing shorts. But it is shorts.
It's hot though, right? I mean, how hot is it supposed to get tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. It's hot here, which means it's even hotter up there.
There's also an express bet contest, isn't there?
I'm playing in that one as well.
Well, you want to tell us a little bit about that in case anybody wants to take. If you come at the King, you best not miss. You want to take on Ciaran? What is it?
It's one of the better ones. It's $500 NHC seats. I'm going to pull up what the prize money is. It's let's see.
It's on express bet, and you can play it live at the track as well.
Either or, yes. I'm trying to find all the details on it.
Maybe one day Tyler will get us a QR code so we can, have the DTL crew sign up and
3 years from now. But it's $500. I think it's $200 for the prize pool, $300. But it's one of those you can bet it whatever way you want. Like there's no minimums or mandatories. You could go all in a race, which sucks because Gold's is the last race. So I'm like, I gotta pace myself so I don't go all in and lose it.
I know. I mean, I kind of like when Santa Anita does that every once in a while, cards a stakes race as the last. But, man, if you have a horse and you got to wait around all day for the last race to watch your horse in a stakes race, it could be a little bit nerve-wracking. Charlie, thank you for the updates. 4 minutes to go.
It's all about the double. I mean, I'll be doing our double, and the race before is possible chalk into Gold Phoenix or long shot into Gold Phoenix. So that's probably where my contest is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a show scheduled, but, I mean, I don't know, maybe we could do a quick pop-up, for the double or on your way. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Probably just take the day off because we've been working so hard.
I'll be up there, so we might do one where we go on before the late pick 3, Frank, and talk it up, hang out for a race and then let people watch, perhaps. Because I'll be drinking champagne in the last race, so I'll be able to talk. And I know the internet's worse than Chappie's down there.
But is it worse than mine?
No,
I
Chappie's.
freeze a lot. I don't know why I freeze a lot, because when we're doing the broadcast, everything's fine. And then I watch it on YouTube, and I'm frozen half the time. It's just, I don't understand. So if anyone has any tips out there on how to unfreeze Frank, unfreeze me, Walt Disney.
Here, did I show you this one yet? Mark has a dream, Frank. Did you see it yet?
No, I don't think so. You did show us that. And I said, no way we were letting him go on Quickly Show with that shirt open.
His shirt is just as loud as Tom's shirts.
Yeah, but it's Tom buttons his shirts.
That is true.
Oh man, well I gotta give it to Mark. Like, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but he works hard.
Yes.
He's out there hustling.
We're 1 minute from post time here, Frank, and
All right.
we're 23,000 to win, 25 on the 9, and 5K to place. That's almost 5 times. That is very reassuring, is what I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the one horse that you have, the 6, I don't have. Not interested in hedging. It's 7-2.
No,
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my lumps like a man. If the horse beats me, the horse beats me. Okay, so I have them behind the gate. So let's get off now, Ciaran, so we don't miss anything, and then we'll come back. Hey, the 9 is good for everyone, right?
9.
5 is good for the DTL crew. And then me and Ciaran have a bunch of potential winners. So good luck, everybody. Brutal to get beat by that kind of horse. But you had it. Good job. Did not like that horse at all. 3 ran gamely on the inside. Berrios had the favorite boxed in the whole time. The whole time. So, yeah, maybe he is not riding well. Had the horse in a terrible spot for most of the race. That being said, the horse did get clear in the lane and had every chance to go by. But
Berrios was Berrios on the 9? Was there a jockey change?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Jaramillo, wasn't it? That was Jaramillo. Yeah. Well, it was maybe Berrios was on the winner. No, it was Del Cid. Good job, Del Cid. Congrats. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Berrios was on the 9. I'm sorry. I take everything back. Jaramillo, it's your fault. No, I'm kidding. The horse just wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough. Oh, that stings. I'm trying to remove this banner. So, Ciaran, looks like you have the pick 3, right? 278?
I have to pick 3 and a
And a
$10
double.
bill.
Let's put the double up there.
Horrible pays.
Huh?
The 9 was where all the money was, as usual. You know, we can't get the 9 should have smoked everyone. That horse was just so.
Well, the 9 didn't even finish second. I mean, the rail horse, you know. Well, I don't know. I mean, I said I'm going to take my lumps like a man, so I'm going to take my lumps like a man. Didn't like the horse. Certainly didn't like the horse at 7-2. What are you going to do? I'm happy for Del Cid, though, right? That's his. That was him. Was it Del Cid the winner? Yeah, you know, good for him. I like when jockeys or trainers from the East Coast come out here and give it a shot and do well. Because it shows other people on the East Coast that there are opportunities out here. Go west, young man, as Horace Greeley once said.
Although we got
ahead.
one of our guys who went out east, Diego. So we'll see. I think he's
Did he leave? He's at Gulfstream now.
He's at Gulfstream. He's getting a couple of rides already. So
Wow, we'll have to keep
he
an
will
eye on him.
displace a lot of the mediocre jockeys out there who get a lot of rides. And I know that just because I handicap for contests. I'm like,
Right.
and you know, maybe riding on the Tapeta. You know, there's a lot of people say like Tapeta is a lot like the turf, especially when you're handicapping when they come off the Tapeta onto the turf. So maybe you've talked about it a lot. He's great on dirt, great gate jockey on dirt. It's the turf side that he needs to work on, and maybe being out there with the Tapeta and the turf, I could see him floating back out here to California. You know what I mean?
That's a good point with the Tapeta. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he'll learn how to ride on the synthetic. You know what I mean? So he'll learn a lot there, especially competing against weaker company. So I'm curious to see how he does. We wish him all the success. Ciaran, I hate to give you the bums rush, but once this is official and we read the payouts, I got another show to do. I guess I'm part of the regular lineup now.
Yeah, which was funny when they set this up, it was supposed to be to promote Double Trouble Live. Not once have I gotten the call. And if you watch the show, I actually might get a mention on the show today just because my horse is racing tomorrow. But yeah, it's the Scatoni show. Ciaran's dead at the side of the curb.
Wait, I promote the show. Why do they need you?
No. Frank, I didn't. This actually paid a little bit more than I thought on the pick 3, Frank. $278.
Great.
I thought it was paying.
No, I have it written down. 278. Yeah,
I thought it was paying a lot less than what it paid. So, not too. I mean, we've got to pay multiple mores with the 9, but still, for the results on that, we gotta.
So wait, your pick 3 is 278, and you have the double twice, right? What's that?
The double's 93, so that's another 180, and then we got the 177. So a little payback from the heartbreaker on Sunday, but.
Well, community bets are on Ciaran on Sunday. Good job, my man. That's the thing. I mean,
Well, isn't our community bet was where did the 5 finish anyway?
5. I mean, got speed duel. But here's the thing. These bets are so good, and if you structure, there was no handicapping with the 6. Like, I mean, the 6 just is the 6, and yet here you are. You made good money on the day because of how you structured your tickets.
And
these bets allow you to do that.
And as when you were saying earlier, which is a valid point. I mean, I have absolutely taken what Leo said to heart. I did give a caveat, though. We were kind of on a losing streak, and we kind of did some crazy bets, probably when he was watching the show.
Right. Yeah, and we're also on a show. Like, we got to make bets.
But when I did my tickets today, we both talked about it. Did not like the 6, but I thought that if my chalks didn't pay out, the pays would be decent enough where it was worth throwing a little bit of extra money in. And sometimes that's where it comes down to, where you handicap what you think the odds and what the payouts are, and then you adjust your bets and what you're gambling based on that. It's just not.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, excellent point.
Hey, look, Frank's horse is catching an Uber. This is the funniest thing I've seen all day.
Hey, to the races!
That's
I
another five.
got to go on a show where I'm actually respected, and people care about my opinions, and they don't clown on me. But you know what? I deserve to be clowned on. You are the better man today, Ciaran. Congrats. Good luck tomorrow with Gold Phoenix. We'll be watching. Maybe we'll do something.
Yeah, watch Frank's Twitter feed, and we'll let you guys know.
Okay. Do you want to play the outro song, please? Because I got to get out of here.
All right.
Thanks for watching,
Need a wallet
everybody.
already on life support. They hit me with that low takeout, now I'm feeling kinda sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11 into a yacht by Monday. Low takeout best, cha-ching. Double trouble, I'm doing this thing, my pocket's doing the running, man. Low takeout best, what? Bookies crying in the can. Low takeout baby, 3 straight lawns. If this thing hits, I'm buying the whole damn barn. Grass to grass, no dirt in my life. I'm so all turf, I might start photosynthesize. Santa Anita, low takeout got me acting unwise. Told my wife, babe, I'm rich, now she want alimony twice. Double trouble on the mic, we causing the scene. Low takeout was all turf and retirement dream. If we hit this pick 3, tell the valet keep the change. We're reading lobster tonight on a $12 range. Boom! Thank you, Santa Anita, good night.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.